Blame game is alive and well. France have responded by blaming the UK for its lax approach to migration and said that new arrivals were frequently able to work illegally in Britain.
Yes, absolutely, and I mean there's a lucrative trade in the people smuggling business as well. We heard that some 18 people smugglers were arrested in France yesterday in a joint effort by the National Crime Agency here in the UK and their French counterparts. But as they're taken off the streets, they'll soon be replaced by others who want to join what is a well-established and, as I say, very lucrative criminal enterprise that makes millions of euros every week at 5,000 a head, at least for those going on these boats that can hold up to 50 or 60 people a time, making that channel crossing. You can see how quickly that money mounts up, and they become much more sophisticated in both the vessels they use and the conditions that they will often push off from. However, having said that, there are other groups of criminal gangs who seem to be much more willing to push migrants off in less than ideal conditions and to use inflatable boats that are not at all robust. Now, the boat that we think was involved in yesterday's incident just before the British territorial waters was a Chinese-made inflatable, about 9 metres long, a grey boat that they are known to be very flimsy indeed. They are often tied up here in the harbour at Dover after they've been dragged in from a migrant interception, and in the heat of the sun they will often pop. And of course, carrying, we understand, about 30 people in the channel yesterday, it seems that the boat itself, the seams of that boat just gave way and it started deflating in the middle of the channel, and those people, of course, tossed into the water in freezing conditions.
Argue that it is the government that is to blame for not providing safe routes for asylum seekers to travel to Britain.
I missed the start of your question.
I was making the point that it is argued by many charities who work with asylum seekers that it is the failure of the government to provide safe routes which leads to tragedies which happened yesterday.
Yeah, I think on that, what the government say is that they do provide safe routes, but they provide safe routes out of war zones, countries where there are very significant problems, where anyone from that country would be able to claim refugee status and be granted that. So we're talking about Afghanistan. They point to the fact that they have safe routes in operation there. They're taking and are taking 15,000 asylum seekers, refugees from Afghanistan, that they did the same in Syria, that they have had a young person's route, allowing children from that war-torn region to have preferential treatment and to come to the UK. And they are operating similar schemes in some other countries as well. But they also say that, you know, in terms of the number of migrants or asylum seekers that they will accept is, you know, dependent on the conditions that they're faced with, and of course they don't want to be saturated with asylum seekers here as well. The latest figures, interestingly, have come out today on asylum applications, and it shows actually that it is at an almost 20-year high. 37,500 asylum applications in the year to September. Now, that doesn't include the several thousand who will have come in the months since September, so we're probably well over 45,000 asylum applications, because 99% of those intercepted on the small boats go on to claim asylum. And because of the number of asylum seekers that are coming here, there's a backlog, so we're talking about 67,500 people still waiting to have those asylum claims processed. So pretty, it's a system that needs to be reformed. The government is saying it is reforming it. It's accusing Labour of slowing down their asylum and immigration bill in Parliament at the moment. So, yeah, as you say, Gloria, blame being spread and passed all around from France to the UK, within the UK political system, among the political parties as well.
Mark White, thank you so much for bringing us up to date. Thank you, Mark.